The moment in time you become aware of this dishonesty, the moment in time you become aware of this deception, the moment in time you become aware of these wrongdoings, my gorgeous Libra, this is the moment in time which is going to very soon become probably one of the most enlightening times of your lives. You see, you need to understand that the fact that you're going to become aware of this deception and this dishonesty and these wrongdoings, this would normally put you off like there is no tomorrow. But now this is going to be different because it's happening at a specific time of your life, and at the same time this is bringing you such an enlightenment, because you will know and you will understand fully and completely something that you didn't understand before, and that in itself it's going to open up those parts of you that were closed for way too long. With another words, you will know exactly what do you need to do and exactly which steps do you need to make. It's not about this deception, it's not about this dishonesty, but it's about this revelation that this is actually bringing into your life with it. And this revelation, it's really going to like almost instantly enlighten you in so many different ways, and you will know exactly what do you need to do. On top of that, you will know which step do you need to make, and this step that you're going to need to make, that you will want to make, it's to do with something that was on your mind for so long, but there was this certain fears that were holding you down. So you will know most certainly and most importantly which step exactly do you need to make. And on top of that, the balance is coming back, the actual harmony is coming back into your life, which means that the strength is about to come back, which is going to give you the relevant confidence and relevant power and relevant courage. Because when we are facing a really important stages of your lives, every single time we do need to have a certain courage, unless things happen spontaneously. So this is something that was on your mind for a while, and this is something that you are really gonna be facing, but not for the first time in your life, because almost as if you were waiting for the right moment in time. And this is why this life is so magical, because sometimes, you know, in this life, you know, the specific moments that are so important happen when we least expect them, and we either like kind of respond to that in a spontaneous way, which is always superb, and it doesn't give you enough time to overanalyze, which is no good, or we are just basically kind of responding to like this situation through the power of our subconscious mind. So therefore, almost subconsciously, we have been preparing ourselves for this. So, and sometimes we really surprise ourselves in this situation, like where this courage and when this energy is actually coming from. So this is going to be a really magical moment, because it is going to readjust you, and it's going to put you back exactly where you should be in your life, in terms of you understanding fully that all this is going to need from you to come up with a new plan. Okay, so you are going to need to come up with a new plan, and that in itself is going to be absolutely obvious, especially when it comes to the 23rd, 24th and the 25th of March 2023, because by then, especially when it comes to these 3 days, indeed you are going to have you know, when it comes to these 3 days, you know, something is going to happen specifically, because you are going to need to make a quite important decision when it comes to these 3 days. But you will find yourself on a little bit of a crossroads, because you are going to understand that something will need to go. You're going to need to sacrifice something, and the difference is that normally this would like really scare you when you become aware of what you're going to need to sacrifice, but now slowly but surely you're going to be really kind of prepared for that moment in time. And when I started this reading telling you that there is going to be the deception that you're going to become aware of, at the same time, my gorgeous Libra, this is the beginning of preparation and your own enlightenment, which is going to bring you towards these 3 specific days that I've just mentioned now, where you are going to need to make an important decision, and something will need to go. You're going to need to sacrifice something, but all this that happened, it's going to make you see things, feel things in a completely different completely different level. This is going to give you completely different perspective on that particular sacrifice, completely different point of view on that particular sacrifice. So this is all these bits and pieces that I've mentioned so far are gonna be they're gonna be like kind of like unfolding towards this specific moment in time, where you're gonna surprise yourself how adamant you're going to feel in order to cut something out of your life, in order to move on with your life. You will know you're not going to be able to do that unless you make this particular sacrifice. But all these things that I've said, all these things that I've mentioned so far, this was preparing you for this moment in time. So by the time you face these 3 particular days that I've mentioned, you are going to have enough power in order to just to start with, see this from a completely different angle and see this as a really, really good sacrifice rather than something really bad. Because if you see that as something really bad, that means that you didn't get this particular level of understanding to the certain extent. So it all means about you kind of like really being open-minded, but also learning so much, throughout the actual march about yourself, about your power, about your confidence, and about how much the specific things on your mind mean to you. And it's all about you, like really, your number is, when it comes to the numerology, my gorgeous Libra, and when it comes to March, your number is 2309. 2309, it's your number, my gorgeous Libra, when it comes to the actual numerology. And that in itself really means that you are also on the exactly 26th of March. On exactly 26th of March, something really important is going to happen. Just don't forget about the 26th of March, because this is all part of this still. And it's also on the 26th of March, what is actually going to happen is you are going to be really, really challenged by someone. Someone is really going to be kind of winding you up. You're going to feel really challenged by someone, and the point is that when you find yourself feeling challenged by that particular person, you need to really defend and protect your position. You need to put your point across, you need to put your foot down, and you need to stand your ground. This is something that you need to do, but at the same time you need to be impartial and objective by standing for what you believe, my gorgeous Libra. You do need to pay attention to all sides of a situation that you're going to be going through, not because there is something that you need to learn when it comes to you, but because something else that you are going to find out. There is something that you're going to hear. There is the specific information, the specific news that you're going to hear, something which is going to be almost unbelievable to believe, but you will know that you've been through quite a few different things over the last 2 or 3 years, so nothing is going to surprise you when it comes to you kind of hearing something really, really unusual. And that in itself, this unusual information, this unusual message, and that in itself, it's gonna be brilliant, because it's not about what you're gonna hear, but it's more about you like having an idea of how you're gonna deal with a certain problem in your life, which is gonna lead towards some kind of conclusion that you wouldn't normally have. And as soon as you become aware of this conclusion, there is also a really heavy problem which is going to come to an end, that was in itself for exactly 11 months affecting your performance. It was affecting you being active. It was affecting you being like kind of as artistic as you could have been, or as energetic as you could have been with certain aspects of your life. And when it comes to the actual nutrition, my gorgeous Libra, what else I was going to say, it's very important for you to understand to take natural vitamin D3. I've been saying this for a while, but it's very important, because even if you are in the sun every single day, that doesn't matter anymore. So you just need to make sure that you're taking natural vitamin D3 supplement, which is going to be super beneficial for your sensitive bones, and it's going to boost your immune system, but it's also going to re-energize you, alongside a natural zinc picolinate. And this in combination with vitamin D3, it's going to be brilliant when it comes to boosting your immune system, but it's also going to be brilliant for skin, hair, and nails. And the third thing that I always recommend you would be organic chlorella. Organic chlorella is probably one of the most powerful supplements out there. It's been tested over and over again. And in itself, it's so powerful because it will give you omega-3 essential fatty acids, which our body cannot produce by itself, but it's essential. So it's essential for your boosting immune system. It's essential for your energy. It's essential for your brain. It's essential for your mind. It's essential for your memory. You know, it's like absolutely superb. And on top of that, it's just like essential, literally. And on top of that, there are dangerous metals everywhere. You should believe this by now. If you don't, then you really should. There are dangerous metals everywhere, and it's in the air, it's in the sky, it's in the soil, it's in the plants, and it ends up in humans, unfortunately. So what we need to do is take something like organic chlorella, because it has got the power to detoxify dangerous metals from our body. Very important indeed, because if you don't do that, things can become very dangerous for you, because if you do end up with a certain amount of dangerous metals within your body, this is going to prevent your body from absorbing nutrients, and then things become very, very dangerous indeed. I really highly suggest you to get these supplements, and if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, and also if you would like to buy my supplement, they are superb. They're without any vile ingredients, they're without any chemicals, they're without any unnecessary fillers, they're 100% natural, and they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans. You can see the link in the description below, or you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and you can see my page coming up that way as well. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm going on the very first date, which is going to be quite important. You just need to remember that the 4th of March, now the 4th of March, you are going to really kind of suddenly, you're going to feel very nostalgic. And there are certain memories that are going to be on your mind. There are certain memories that are going to be on your mind, my gorgeous Libra. But you're going to feel quite nostalgic. And there is something that you're going to remember. There is something that is going to be on your mind. When you're thinking about these memories, you're going to be like all around the place. And you're going to become nostalgic. And you're going to remember certain people. You're going to remember certain places, you know, maybe from a long time ago. And you will be able to feel this vibration from a completely different angle, and this is all necessary. This is all very necessary. The more vivid vibration is, the more vivid energy is, the more to more things you're able to connect. And the bottom line is that suddenly you are going to remember someone. You're going to remember something, you know, from your past. Okay, and that in itself, it's going to be like you're going to remember something, and you're not going to start thinking about it whatsoever. But this is to do with like pretty much so nostalgia. And through your own nostalgia, my gorgeous Libra, you are about to have a rude awakening. And this is important because you are going to be reminded of something, and at the same time you will be left with absolutely no option but to explore something, you know, something that you wanted to explore for like a long time again. So you see how this month it's a lot about you really finally coming to terms with certain things in your life, but those things that have been on your mind for a while, but you didn't do anything about it. So now the difference with this month is that you are going to have the necessary courage, the necessary power in order to make the certain steps. So you are going to be kind of left with absolutely no option but to explore something you always wanted to explore. And this is so important because at the same time, you know, you're going to become very creative, and this is going to motivate you so much to start something new. But this, to start something new when it comes to your life, because you're going to be able to recognize through your own creative spark, you're going to be able to recognize and energize potential. Your passion is going to be ignited, and that in itself, it's all going to lead towards you understanding by exactly the 7th of March, understanding how you are going to transform certain ideas and goals into reality. On the 7th of March specifically, you are going to have a really big answer that is something, like that you're going to become very confident about. And the answer that you're going to have on the 7th of March precisely, it's going to be about you understanding that now you've got all the resources that you possibly need. And this is the next stage of this, like you like really gathering really interesting information that you're going to find beneficial. It's going to happen again on the 17th of March, and then the 27th of March is going to bring another information that you are going to find a very useful when it comes to like you understanding that you've got all the resources that you need in order to take this on. So it's going to take a little while, but this is going to be your starting point. The more energy you put towards this, the more you kind of explore when it comes to you something to explore, explore it, to find out, and the more you kind of reflect on those things that are on your mind, like through your own passion, the more you're gonna gain out of it, especially when it comes to April 2023. And I know this is March, but April is gonna explode in the best possible way. You will see what is going to happen by the end of April. Your life is gonna move on like in such a huge way, and there are gonna be two massive surprises that are gonna blow you away when it comes to April. But it's all actually going to start here. It's all going to start now, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. And also, what else I was going to recommend you, look at this gorgeous baby here. Absolutely beautiful. This is a silicone pendant, and I highly recommend you this. Look how interesting this is. A very kind of like cool, very sharp, very powerful pendant, because it's one of those crystals that have a power to instantly make you aware of its own vibration. And it's also one of those crystals that when you feel anxious, when you feel stressed, when you feel scared, or when you feel blocked, when your energy feel blocked, sometimes that's normal, because we need to rejuvenate ourselves in a certain ways. But sometimes when we do have to get on with life, when we do have to get on with things, this is not really good, because it can affect our performance. So by wearing this, you make sure that you're on top of your own performance, whatever you're doing, whether it's physical, mental, or spiritual. But then at the same time, silicone brings you this beautiful silicone crystal brings you feelings of lightness and sense of serenity. It creates clear heart connection with the divine, and this really also helps you with that particular balance when it comes to us feeling indecisive because we are scared. And it's really kind of like it helps you to make the right decision without over analyzing, because I'm keep on talking about over analyzing. People lose themselves with this over analyzing so easily. So this brings you right down. So you just kind of are really honest with yourself. Indeed, I'm not saying that you would lie to yourself, but it depends like which people you're dealing with and which type of energies you're dealing with. Because if someone has got a very strong energy, that can make a negative impact on us and on our way of thinking. It can keep us kind of down, but these people don't have to be evil or horrible. It just really depends. It really depends what's going on in their life. And if something bad is going on in their life, then you can really easily pick up on this vibration, and with silicone that can't happen. So this is something I highly recommend you to wear throughout March, April and May, my gorgeous Libra, every single time when you feel like you need a little pickup. This gorgeous pendant comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. So now, my gorgeous Libra, the second important date, it's actually going to be on the 17th of March. On the 19th of March. Sorry, I said quite a few dates, I know. But the second important date, it's actually going to be now on the 19th of March. And now on the 19th of March, you are really going to have a rather surprising achievement. And this rather surprising achievement that you are going to have on the 19th of March, it's pretty much so you like winning over an emotional bully. You're winning over someone very manipulative, someone very insensitive, somebody who really blames others, you know, for like everything but never themselves. So you are about to have a surprising achievement over some kind of a bully. Goodbye, darling. You're gonna have some kind of achievement over some kind of, you're going to have a surprising achievement over some kind of a bully here, an emotional bully who is extremely manipulative, insensitive, and somebody who is constantly blaming others, you know, for something. And this is going to mean to you so much, because at the same time, you know, this is like kind of going to give you the certain clarity, and the clarity that you are, look at this, the clarity that you are going to have through this. It's also, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it? Clarity that you are going to have through this. Look at this, my gorgeous Libra. When it comes to that, when it comes to you having a surprising achievement, you know, clarity that you are going to gain through this, it's also going to, there you go, going to bring so much healing into your life. And what this healing energy is going to do, it's going to make you aware of the fact that you have find something very, very interesting here. And what are you going to find interesting here? It's going to give you strength in order to, and blessing, my God, and blessing. And this is going to give you strength in order to follow someone really, really wise advice. This is going to give you strength and clarity and strong mind in order to follow someone's advice, some really beautiful and wonderful person in your life who you really look up to, somebody who is very smart, somebody who's very successful, somebody who's like some kind of a natural leader. And through that person, you're not only going to kind of, not only you're going to understand that you're going to be able to follow this advice, but this advice, it's more about you understanding and knowing. This is going to be highlighted, some kind of advice that somebody really wonderful in your life has said to you not that long ago. You're going to remember that advice, and that advice was consisting of you knowing exactly what you are responsible in your life for. This is to do with the, you really kind of understanding that sometimes you do need to take a risk, because if you don't take a risk, then you're just not going to move on with your life, and you're not going to start with the process of unfoldment when it's really important for you right now to keep going. Because slowly but surely, without you even realizing, there is a specific stage of your life that came to an end a while back. Only now you're going to be able to actually do something about it. And this is why it's important to keep going and keep going and keep going. So you are going to remember this wise advice that somebody gave you, and this is gonna really bring so much clarity in your life, especially when it comes to what you are responsible for. This in itself, it's actually going to make you feel really powerful, but it's at the same time going to remind you that you are the leader of your life. You know, you are gonna need to make certain rules, but at the same time, what you're doing right now, you are making a very and creating a very solid foundation, my gorgeous Libra. And when I shuffle these tarot cards, and when I'm focusing on the 19th of March, when I'm shuffling these tarot cards and when I'm focusing on the 19th of March, my gorgeous Libra, this is also, you see this? The Hanged Man, but it's the actually upside down. So it's just basically about you, finally, you know, you are going to be kind of able to make a certain change in your life. You see this? It's like kind of you wanted to make a really kind of a certain change for such a long time, and now you're going to be facing a bit of dilemma here. You're going to be facing a little bit of dilemma, and this is when just a little bit of fears are going to kick in. And the only reason why the little bit of fears are going to kick in is because you are going to need to knock on the certain door that you wouldn't normally knock towards, and that means that you are going to really need to have an important conversation with somebody who you absolutely do not like and do not want to have an important conversation with them, and this is completely going to come to you out of the blue. And this important conversation is actually to do with somebody in your life. It's private, it's a private thing, you know, somebody in your life, like a family member. Maybe you've fallen out with someone, but you need to really sort this out. It's to do with an emotional problem that made you feel like a little bit guilty. So you're going to need to fix this, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult to focus on other things in life, on these things as well. And also, my gorgeous Libra, what else I was going to recommend you is look at this gorgeous crazy lace jasper. I mean, this one is absolutely beautiful. This one has this crystal is not only like absolutely gorgeous to wear, but at the same time it wards off evil eye, and it brings joy and absorbs emotional pain. This helps you like to focus on things. If you are going through difficult things in life and you're feeling a little bit emotional, this helps you a lot to stay true to yourself and to focus on things that you should be focusing on, because sometimes you're very deep, you know, and sometimes you kind of overthink like certain things, and this is nothing bad. It's because you're a thinker, you're really deep, and on top of that you're ridiculously psychic, so that makes you like a really spiritually open, more than some other signs. So this is why sometimes, you know, you tend to overthink, and this really helps you with this, and at the same time it absorbs a really negative energy, and this is something I highly recommend you to wear every single time when you want to express yourself. This helps you to express yourself. It helps you to come out of yourself. It helps you to come out of your comfort zone. It helps you to explain things better. It helps you to be understood better. When you wear this, when you try to explain something, you know, your energy is different. Your vibration is different. It's so much more powerful, and it's absolutely impossible to ignore. So if you do want to make a point, whatever you're doing, you know, then you wear this, and you will see that you're going to be kind of felt on a completely different level. So this gorgeous crazy lace jasper comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much. I have to say that. Okay, so and now also the next important date, it's going to be on the 26th of March. Now the 26th of March, you are going to feel just a little bit emotionally drained, and at the moment in time when you feel a little bit emotionally drained, you also need to know that this is on one hand you are ready for something new. On another hand, this is also going to be a sign that the next phase of your life is about to begin. So you feeling emotionally drained on the 26th of March, it's actually going to be a really good and amazing thing. I know this sounds absolutely crazy, but at that moment in time when you feel completely emotionally drained, you may feel a bit low, you may feel a little bit negative, you may feel a little bit down. Let me tell you, you may feel even a little bit sad and depressed, and the sadder and more depressed and more down you feel, the more exciting time it's about to come for you, because what's happening right now, you're rejuvenating yourself, you are re-energizing yourself. So the lower you feel, the sadder you feel, the more negative you feel, the bigger impact into your life this is going to actually bring, the bigger impact on your life this is actually going to have. You need to understand that this is the way to kind of like, almost it's like a hermit mode in a certain way in terms of the actual energies. You know, when it's a hermit mode, you need to go really deep down in order to understand and first face certain aspects of your life and yourself that you don't like to face. And this, when it comes to this feeling completely emotionally drained, it's like very similar to the hermit mode, where you're going to feel really low, but you're also like at the same time, this is going to make you feel about specific things that you don't normally like to feel. But this is going to feel different, because I'm telling you, that means that you are going to rejuvenate yourself. So the more negative you are, the better it's going to be later, because you're rejuvenating yourself at the same time. We as a humans, as a spiritual beings are more powerful than some people can absolutely imagine. So So this is the sign that you're rejuvenating yourself, is the sign that you're ready for something new. It's a sign that now, you know, the next phase is about to begin. And it's also a sign that, you know, you are very soon, after that moment in time, you're going to come across something that is going to make you aware of, like, first of all, you'll want to kind of find out a little bit more about something. You will want to explore something so much. You will see something and you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. You will want to explore this. You will want to explore this. And at the same time, this is a really kind of going to bring a boundless potential into your life. But it's not going to happen unless you fully embrace your emotions. This is all going to prepare you for that very much so sacred moment in time where you are going to fully embrace your emotions. This is absolutely brilliant. And going back on the 26th of March, you know, you are going to have a very, very interesting idea, and you are, you know, on the 26th of March, there is kind of some kind of declaration, something that you want to declare, some kind of declaration. You will want to say something. You will want to and feel like having like a very strong communication with someone. But then again, you will want to declare something. As while you are declaring something, this is going to be good. While you're declaring something, while you're saying something, some kind of realization, you're going to talk about something that's so important to you, something that you want to know. You will want to know that other person know. And at the same time, you are going to realize some kind of new idea as well. And this is where this very, very interesting new idea is going to come. And this new idea that you will have, it's really going to be the beginning, at the time where you are healing and ascending to the next level of your life. And this is really going to, on another hand, going to make you feel really kind of curious even more about things that were never on your mind before. This is going to really not only kind of going to re-energize you and kind of give you so much inspiration, but at the same time you're going to understand again, and you're going to realize how much specific people are missing in your life and how much you want to reconnect with the specific people in your life. For some reason, you're going to like go into this absolutely mind-blowing spiritual mode where you're going to realize how much more those people in your life are important to you than you've actually thought. But this is going to be a good moment, you know, filled with love, happiness and optimism indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. So now when it comes to those of you in relationship, and when it comes to March, it's like basically, I like this so much because you are both going to have such a big victory and such a big achievement, especially when it comes to the 16th of March. You need to pay attention to what is going to happen precisely on the 16th of March, because it's about a really big victory and very big achievement. And this is to do with the success, and it's also to do with an important and rather clear progress, and you both deserve this so much. This is going to leave you with a variety of options, and now what you need to do is you must not rush when you both become aware of this variety of options. And the difference is going to be, you expected this, you both were waiting for this, but you did not expect the variety of options at this moment in time on the 16th of March and onwards. When it comes to you facing a variety of options, you just need to step back, and you just need to really kind of not overanalyze, and you need to stay true to yourself, both of you, because the rest of the options are more like a part of the challenge that you kind of, I know, but it's more like a part of the challenge. Like you need to stay true to yourself, both of you, when it comes to going for the right options, when it comes to you now suddenly facing a variety of options. Because if you don't go for the original options, you're both going to regret. Now that sounds horrible, but it's not that you're both going to regret, but you're kind of not going to do the right thing. So you just need to understand and remember to, above all, to stay true to yourself. And when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Libra, you just need to remember to you first of all need to detach yourself from something or someone. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Libra, but you need to detach yourself from someone, not something, but someone. So if you are single and ready to mingle, I mean, only after March, you're actually going to be ready to let someone into your life. But this is as important as anything. So whether you're going to find someone like who, whether you're going to find the love of your life this month, no baby, no. First of all, you need to work on yourself, and you need to understand and realize that you're still longing for someone. You're still thinking about someone. Someone is still on your mind. Maybe this is like a previous relationship, or maybe it's just someone who you came across like not that long ago and you realize it's not the right person, or maybe it's someone that something happened with that person not that long ago, you know. So it's just like it is. The bottom line is that you are going to realize who are you still kind of liking and fancying, and as soon as you kind of understand this, you need to detach yourself from that person, because that particular person, somebody very strong with their energies holding you down, it was the wrong person for you, not the right person for you. So this is why you need to detach yourself from that person, and on top of that, this was a kind of preventing you from letting somebody else in your life. I'm not saying that you've done something wrong, no baby, no, but just, you know, it was meant to happen in this way. There is going to be a very invaluable lesson, you know, that you are going to learn out of all this. So it doesn't really matter, and the lesson is going to be extremely personal, but really invaluable as well when it comes to your life, and when it comes to your quality of life, when it comes to you trusting certain people, who to trust, who to not to trust, and who to go for. You're also going to realize how much how much your taste changed in people lately. And this is also a great sign of your spiritual enlightenment, you know. But the bottom line is that at the moment in time you realize who do you need to detach yourself from, at the same time you are going to start getting control back over your life in terms of the actual inner strength. Because only like about few days after that moment in time, you know, you are gonna kind of like, you're gonna have this clear direction shown to you. But this clear direction that you're going to have, it's more about you kind of like how you're gonna kind of let someone into your life, but more about what you're gonna do, because some kind of idea is going to be on your mind, like where you want to go and what you're gonna do. And this particular idea that it's going to be on your mind is going to be consisting of you doing what you were always doing, going where you always went, like out or whatever. But there is some kind of new thing that is going to come up, some kind of new idea, maybe different place, or some kind of new energy is going to kick in, and that particular new energy is going to be part of the clear direction that you're going to be provided with, you know, like where do you need to go, like in terms of like maybe socializing and things like that, you know. And this is all going to make sense. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.